Hello and welcome to Dimsy's Domain, and from the episode summaries for episode 9 and 10 for Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, which has been covered on BYG Aigami's channel. The link is in the description down below. Make sure to check it out. It's absolutely enthralling, interesting and captivating. It makes you very excited for the recent or the newer releases of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains episodes, and it makes you once again very invested in the series itself. Now let's talk about 3 reasons why. That is a new series what me and BYG Aigami are doing. On his channel, we've done 3 reasons why Yusaku must defeat Revolver. In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why Yusaku must lose. 3 reasons why Revolver must win against Yusaku, against the Playmaker. And with me today, we have none other than BYG Aigami. Do you want to say hello?
Hello everybody, and also guys, check out the Facebook and Twitter fan page regarding Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. We're at 1,000 members in the Facebook fan page, and you guys might be that 1,000 to 100 follower, and that'd be really cool.
Definitely, because this community has been really wonderful, and you lot are just straight up the best viewers, the best commenters. Make sure to comment down below your reasons, if there are more than 3, or can you think of another triplet to the reasons we're going to propose right now. But let's start with the first reason. The first reason why Revolver must defeat Yusaku is simply he's more experienced and he's in tune with his skill set, unlike Yusaku, who has lost his memory. So my point being is that in terms of a whole person, because Yusaku doesn't have his memories, because he has parts of him which are kind of absent or he's trying to rediscover, he's not there fully. Therefore, he's not his 100% potential. Whereas Revolver, from what we know, what we can assume is that he's fully in control, he's fully sane, and he's fully ready to unleash his skill set, unlike Yusaku, who is just not ready yet. He's still trying to discover, he's still learning and searching. So yeah, what do you think about that?
And to add more on to that, we also know that Revolver actually waited 5 years to find Ignis. So we can assume that Revolver is much older than Yusaku. And with that, we can also mention that he is much more experienced as a duelist. Now, we know for a fact just from the recent duels that occurred with Yusaku that he is a prodigy, that he does fall under that typical Yu-Gi-Oh! Trope. But I think that Revolver is much more experienced simply because he's mysterious, and he was actually shocked that Yusaku was using Cyverse monsters. So with that, we can also assume that Revolver has been using Cyverse monsters for a longer time. And also, in the episode 10 summary, it states that Yusaku and Revolver are even up until the point where Revolver uses his skill, which people are assuming is a much more better version of what Yusaku's skill is. But the thing is, even though they're on the same level, Revolver just has a few more notches above Yusaku, which I think will give him the lead in this duel.
I completely agree. And what is the second reason for why Yusaku must lose and for Revolver to win against Playmaker?
It's too early for him to lose. And what we mean by that is because we don't know that much about Revolver. And he's very mysterious, and not only that, this is his first duel. If he loses against Yusaku in the first duel that he has, then it takes away from his character, and I think it really does lower the notches of how people should think of the Knights of Hanoi, because from our perspective as viewers, we think they're a serious group. And of course, because of the Knights of Hanoi and how much destruction they've been doing in Link Vrains. But if the leader gets taken out by Yusaku within the first 10 episodes, then that really does show that they really aren't how people are expecting them to be.
Exactly, and the thing is, the way they built up the Knights of Hanoi as this very dangerous force, a very rogue contingent of people, of hackers who are just going and causing havoc. In the previous episodes, when the Knights of Hanoi was searching for Ignis, when both SOL and the Knights of Hanoi were searching for Ignis, you see a little interaction between Yusaku and Revolver in the real world, which was very aesthetic. It was very nice to see. But as you said, it is extremely early. What we saw, there's so much more to Revolver that we haven't been revealed yet. For example, we know that it seems like he's caring for someone. It seems like he's been at it. Maybe he has a completely different goal to what the Knights of Hanoi are proposing. Maybe he has an ulterior motive, and also he is the leader we are not going to have him lose, and he's going to lose a decent amount of credibility if he just loses. So for him to be the leader, I don't see him losing in that sense. Also, look at the other series, look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, look at Zexo, look at most of the other series, the latter series. You don't get the main rival or the supposed villain in the beginning. I don't think he's the villain, the endgame villain. They don't lose easily.
Yeah, and to add on to that, I think we can basically name every single leader of a group in Yu-Gi-Oh! They've never lost in the first duel with the, of course, the hero.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just think that takes away because, let's be honest, if Revolver loses to Yusaku, then I think the Knights of Annoy aren't a threat at all. Of course, they're a threat in terms of Link Vrains, but then that means that Yusaku can easily take them out. And I think that it's good for Yusaku's character as well. Because the thing is, when we look at Yusaku as a character, he's very much, he said in one episode that he's not into dueling, or according to the translations from the V-Jump and Weekly Jump scans. So I think that if he loses to Revolver, then he's going to find an interest in dueling, and also it's good motivation for him.
Exactly, and another thing is, as you said, look at Duel Monsters. The leader of the Rare Hunters was Marek, and Marek, did he lose in the first match? No. He done a lot of other things to ensure he's gonna win. It's just very, very unlikely, in my opinion, for him to lose. And let's move on to the final and the third and final reasons for why Revolver must win, and that is if Revolver captures Ignis, which is Ignis is going to be on the line between the duel between Yusaku and Revolver. But if Revolver captures Ignis, it will shake up the story, and he will also have Aoi as leverage, so it really will cause a giant pathway. It really will pave the way for a lot of character development for not only Yusaku, also for Ignis, and also for Revolver himself. Because what we've seen from the recent episode is the interactions between Ignis, or I, and Yusaku. It's just been absolute comic relief. It's been really, really funny to watch. Now, can you imagine, although Yusaku does showcase that, he doesn't really care about Ignis, with Ignis being absent, how would he behave? It's like getting a little friend who you don't really care about, but then you grow on them. You really start to like them, but then they leave, and then you feel this empty void. And it really is a empty void because the AI for Yusaku's duel is going to be gone. So what are the potential, in your opinion, that in terms of interactions for when Ignis is captured? It's going to be interesting, isn't it?
I think it's going to be very interesting. But basically what you said I agree with. But as for Aoi's side, I think that this would be good for Soul Technology along with the Charisma Duelist and Yusaku to team up to take out the Knights of Annoy. I think that would be really good, and also it would change a lot of the characters because we know that Yusaku is a lone wolf, but when you take away the AI along with the Blue Angel, first of all, Yusaku is going to have guilt for the AI being taken away. In addition to that, he's also going to have guilt for Blue Angel being taken away. So that's already going to be a problem in his head. But the fact is, when he has more people around him, he's going to be able to, I would say, feel at peace a little bit more, and we might see a shift in his character.
Seeing a shift in his character is going to only make the story more interesting, because although they've made him a very mysterious character, both Revolver and Yusaku, putting a bit of clue here and there will only further the story, and this can be done, and this can be accelerated by Revolver winning against Yusaku. Anyway, guys, these are 3 reasons for why Revolver must win against Yusaku. However, if you want to see 3 reasons why Yusaku must beat Revolver, check out the video on BYJ Agami's channel. It's going to be linked down below. I also urge you to check out the Facebook page. It really is starting to take off. We have a really nice community, and honestly, if you lot just join it, it's only going to get better because it's not poisonous, it's not horrible like other communities, and we're going to make sure it really works out. Comment down below if you have any more reasons to why Yusaku should lose against Revolver, and also if there's anything else you want to happen in the duel itself. How do you want the duel to pan out? We've seen how against Go Onizuka it was very much like a wrestling match. We saw the duel against Blue Angel. It was very brutal. It was very, very sadistic in terms of the technique at which Blue Angel was chipping away at his life points was very, very combo heavy and it was impressive. How do you reckon the style of the duel between Revolver and Yusaku should pan out? And with those being said, keep that in mind. Comment down below. Make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe with your do this. Check out BYG Aigami and you may now exit Dimsy's domain. Thank you and goodbye.